So you don't need to pop a bottle of bubbly just at New Year's or during Christmas. Britt Dixon is here to show us lots of great options. Thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
So even just entertaining, or maybe you want to have a night in.
Yes.
I think having something a little fizzy is appropriate.
Absolutely. And people always associate bubbles with special occasions. And in fact, 30% of the sparkling wine sales at the LCBO happen in like a very short window between mid-November and the beginning of January. But people are realizing that this is an everyday luxury item. There's so many great options right now, and there's so many affordable options that it doesn't have to be reserved for just a special occasion. And these are all local products, and Ontario sparkling winemakers are really doing amazing things to produce top quality sparkling wine. So I have a lot of options here for you today.
And it's nice to kind of support local as well,
Absolutely.
too, which is great. But starting here, this is more, I guess, the traditional champagne,
This is a traditional style of sparkling wine. So this is the Trius Brut. And traditional means that that sparkling, the second fermentation that happens of the wine, the part that gives its bubbles, happens in the bottle. And that's like a champagne. And then you can see like these beautiful fine bubbles. That's a nice dry, crisp, sparkling wine. Definitely a great choice. These ones over here are made in a bit of a different style. These ones are made in a Charmat style, so that means that fermentation happens in a stainless steel tank. And that's very similar to Prosecco. A lot of people know that Prosecco, it's a little bit more fruity. The bubbles are a bit more coarse, a bit larger, so a bit of a different mouthfeel. This one from Flat Rock, which is also in Niagara, the Twisted Sparkling. It's a brand new bubbly that's out, and that's just that beautiful, like you can see very similar to that, but it's going to have a different mouthfeel based on the style that it's made. And then these three, even though they're made in the same style, they're all made from different grapes, so they're all going to taste a little bit different in your glass. So megalomaniac personality here, that's made with a Riesling grape, a grape that Niagara does really well. A grape that's a little bit sweeter, so that's a little bit sweeter sparkling wine, less dry than some of the others that we might see here. And then this one is called Frizzy Ridge Point Wines. It's made from an Italian grape, and it's definitely a lot sweeter, a little bit lower in alcohol. This would be like a really great dessert wine. So just a huge range of styles in this one section right here.
Really something for everyone too.
Absolutely.
Rosé, also a really popular item always.
It's so popular, and like we really don't need to have rosé just in the spring and the summer. We can drink it all year round, and these are great examples for that. The one that I've poured here is the Alvento sparkling rosé. This is beautiful. It's really fruity and fresh, and like look at that beautiful color in your glass.
Nice.
Like, yeah, absolutely. And then because January is ice wine time in Niagara, I had to bring some Inniskillen ice wine. These are a bunch of different flavors of ice wine that they have there, and the Ice Wine Festival happens in January, and it's something that Canada does really well, so we should be like super proud of this product. It's a perfect dessert wine. It's sweeter, the grapes hang on the vines longer, so the flavors are really concentrated. So this pairs perfectly with some blue cheese and some chocolate, which is absolutely delicious for a dessert or a little treat. And then one thing that's pretty cool, if you pass me that first glass there, if you're entertaining and you want to do something special, you could take your bottle of bubbly, pour a little bit of ice wine in there, and you'll see like the ice wine and the sparkling separate a little bit, and it makes this really cool bubbly ice wine cocktail, something to impress your guests.
Very nice, something a little different too.
Absolutely, yeah, it's delicious. And then if we move here, this is a really unique product. It's a sparkling wine in a can. This is becoming pretty trendy right now, and it's a really sensible option for people who might not want to open up a whole bottle and then worry about wasting some of it, because once you open it, those bubbles start to dissipate, right? So this is made by a winery in Niagara-on-the-Lake called Between the Lines, and they were actually the first winery in Canada to put a premium VQA, so 100% Ontario sparkling wine in a can. So it's beautiful, and then it ends up being a really great affordable way to purchase some sparkling wine if you're looking to just have a glass or two.
I was going to say, the size is almost perfect for that.
Absolutely.
And for maybe people who like ciders, it's an option for them too.
Yeah, so this is a really cool product from West Avenue Cider in Hamilton, and this is a hybrid, a sparkling wine and cider hybrid. So they've taken wine, they've blended it with cider, which is of course made from fermented apples, and they've made this really cool product that's just like a little bit different, a little bit funky, a cool flavor going on there. and kind of blends the best of both, because cider is very similar with the bubbles to drinking a wine and a sparkling wine. So a huge range of products. These are all Ontario products. And yeah, I think this is a category that's just going to be growing in the next several years, and people will really want to jump on board and try these amazing Ontario sparklings.
Absolutely, and you don't need just a special occasion to open a wonderful bottle. Thank you so much for showing us all of these products, and that's a look at your quick fix at 5.